So today we'll be starting with interfaces. When I say about interfaces, it is little confusing. Okay, what I say is it is a class. Okay, but you will not specify any uh, definition of the methods. Okay, so that is what. So when I go for interface, it is like a class only, but for the definition of the methods, there is no definition of the methods. How it will be an empty class. Okay, I can call that to be an abstract class. So what is an abstract class? In general, what do I say about an abstract? You have a project, 100 or 200 pages project, but in one line or in one page or in 10 lines, very short, you can give the explanation of what your project is. It's 200 pages or 300 pages. In 10 lines or 5 lines, you can give an abstract of your project. What it says, how your project is done will not be explained. It will just tell you a bird's view of what has happened in your project. A very short description will be given. That is what we can call here interface. When I say about abstract, it is definitions are not there. Or when I can say the detailed description is not there in your abstract. Similarly, an interface also has the same thing. Interface is similar to the class, but they lack instance variable and the methods are declared without any body. Declaration is there, but there is no definition. Okay, so there is no definition. So see here, let me just show you here. See this interface. See what is this called? What is this? Return type, method name, parameter. So let me give an example of this. What is this? This is void add of int a comma int b, and then I put a semicolon. So when I put a semicolon, what does it mean? It is, what does it mean? This is a method.
Constructor.
No, this is a function or a method declaration. What is a constructor? Constructor is the one which has got the same name as that of the class. Okay, method declaration. Okay, this is what I call it to be a method declaration. There is declaration, but no definition. So when I say about this, I can say it like this. There is declaration. Okay, there is declaration, but no definition. That you have to see. What is definition? When I say about definition, when I say about a definition, it is like this. We have void add of int a comma int b. You are defining it. Okay, I will write as system dot out dot println. Okay, I will write it as a plus b. Okay, so I will write it like this. This is what I call it to be. What is this? This is definition. Yeah, when I say this is method definition. Okay, this is definition. So there is declaration, but declaration is what? Declaration is one with a semicolon. Okay, you are declaring the parameters. As you know, declaration int a semicolon, you write, it is declaring, but definition is what? You're defining a method. In an interface, there is only declaration. You can just see everywhere. We have just declaration, but there is no, see, you can see here, you have declaration here, you have declaration, 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 everywhere declaration, but there is no definition. See, you can have your methods, okay? You can have your variables, and then what is the use of it? Okay, if it is very abstract, there is nothing definition is there, then what is the use of it? Yeah, everybody will have a doubt. Why then interface? Yeah, so interface, when I say about an interface, see here, whenever I'm going for an interface, see here. So now a class name extends, superclass. You have seen about extends. Where did we use extends? Extends we had used in inheritance. Yeah, we had, this is extends. And you see very carefully, here I have got something called implements. Implements interface. So you should know that when I go for extends, extends is a keyword and we have it to be a, when I say about extends, it is a superclass. Okay, extends superclass or a class. Okay, and implements interface. Clear? So you should know these two things: extends class, implements interface. Okay. So Sarthak want to tell something?
No, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So now when I go for an interface, what happens? You have to put the word implements interface. So what I can just give you an example. You have a bank, which is an interface. Interface bank, which tells that a bank should have all these qualities. Okay, a bank should have all these qualities. Okay, and implementation is the part of a different banks. Say RBI in itself telling that it is a super or it is an interface. Say for example, it will tell the rules. These are to be followed in a bank, but SBI will be following its own implementation, or Canara Bank will be following its own implementation, and each bank will be following its own implementation. So that is what an interface, when I say, you first specify inside the interface, all these characteristics should be there. You can specify the uh, variables. You can also specify the methods. What are to be found in an interface? A mouse interface you can consider when you're coming to your computers. A mouse interface will be there. A mouse will have different characteristics. All those is present in your interface. How it is implemented, it can be written in a class. Okay. So we will see it. I know it is a bit confusing. When you see an example, you can understand that. So now we'll see the next slide. Where do we go for? Why did we go for interfaces? See, Java does not support multiple inheritance. See here, what is multiple inheritance? Class A, class B is there. When class A and class B are there, uh, this inherits, class C inherits the qualities of class A and class B. See, in this case, how do I write? If it is, I have to write as class C extends, yeah, this is how I write, extends class, or I should write extends A, B. Okay, but here in, whenever I say like this, it is not possible in Java. Okay, it is not possible in Java. So to make this possible, what has Java implemented is, it has got class C extends A and then implements, okay, it implements B. Okay, so class C extends A and implements B. Okay, so this is what we have seen in the previous thing. So what happens is extends A. Okay, so we don't have the comma here. So it is simply like class A or class C, capital C, extends A, implements B. Clear with that? So extends is a keyword. So I can say that extends is a keyword, and I can say implements is again a keyword. Clear with that? So this is what we have in our multiple inheritance. Okay, this is what we have in our multiple inheritance. So what has class A extends A and B is not possible in Java. So this is a very important question. Explain multiple inheritance in Java. So you have to write this answer. This is multiple inheritance. Inheriting from two classes. The subclass is inheriting from two superclasses is called multiple inheritance. It is not possible in Java because it is not possible to extend two classes, superclasses in Java. So we go for interfacing. So how we do that is one class is considered. So we will consider this one as an interface, not as a class. We will consider this as an interface. Okay. And the other one is a class. So we extend A and we implement B. Understood? So we will see this with respect to a program so that you will understand very clearly. So we'll go to the program. So we'll just see the interface demo. I've put that as a, okay. So now how to go for an interface. Okay, so watch clearly. So I have an interface. Okay, see here when I say about interface, okay, this is an interface. It is written, see the color is changing. So it is a keyword. So I'm going to create an interface called bank. Okay, this interface, I will specify the rate of interest for a rate of interest a bank will offer. Okay, so we have a rate of interest to be specified. Okay, so when you say about the rate of interest, okay, so this much is about your interface. See here, this is an interface. Okay, what is the interface telling? The interface is just this much where there is no definition. I don't put anything like this and keep explaining. It is not there. So it is not there. Okay. So it is just having, it is an abstract class. See here, interface will not have a definition. So understand that. If you're not understanding, just know interface will not have definition. Okay. No definition. Now, what is the use now? See here, class SBI will implement, what is it going to implement? Implement bank. Okay. Implements bank. What here it is doing? Here it is going to, you can have it as public. Okay, public you can have. Class SBI is going to implement bank. What is it going to implement? It is going to implement rate of interest. Once again, I'll tell you what is it going to implement. It is going to implement the rate of interest, which is not defined earlier. So here the implementation comes. It implements the rate of interest. Okay, so I'll just copy paste and put it here. Okay, so it is going to implement the rate of interest. So here what I will do, I will just put it as, it is going to tell its rate of interest, system.out.println. It is just going to tell SBI's rate of interest of SBI is is 7%. As just I'm giving as an example. Okay. So here, when I say about this, okay, so system.out.println, I just printed rate of interest of SBI is 7%. Okay, so here the bank is implementing things here. Okay, so now we have, what is that we are going to have? Okay. Now you can see clearly there is an interface bank, there is a class SBI which is going to implement the bank. So now I can have like this SBI, yes, is equal to new SBI of. Okay. So S dot, what is that? We will be having rate of interest of SBI. Okay. Clear with this? Now what is this class? This is our main class. Okay. That is the name that I've given here, interface demo. You should be clear with this. Don't confuse it. As every other program only, interface demo is only going to have public static void main. Clear with that? Public static void main, where is it? It is in the Java class file name only. Above that, I have put interface. Interface bank, class SBI. Can I have one more class? Yeah, I can have. I can have class ICICI. Yeah, it is again going to implements bank. Okay. Okay, it is going to implement the bank, and inside that I'll be having my own explanation of that rate of interest. The rate of interest of ICICI is 10%. Okay, so here again, ICICI, I is equal to new ICICI of. Okay, so now I dot rate of interest, okay, of ICICI. Clear with that? So what does it mean? A bank, if it in the sense, then it would be having, see here, I can also have public void, then ATM, or yeah, I can have something as ATM. Okay, so or I can have to be mobile banking. Okay, it can have mobile banking. So mobile banking is there. Okay, so now I can actually implement mobile banking here. Okay, mobile banking is available, I can say. See, I have to implement it here. Okay, so I have to implement it. It should be public so that it will be visible outside. So mobile banking is SBI has no mobile banking. Say, simple as example, has no mobile banking. Okay. Here, when I say about mobile banking, so mobile banking is there. So even for ICICI, I will have its implementation here. Mobile banking, ICICI has mobile banking. Its own implementation it can write. But the RBI is telling, or the bank in general says that you have to have a rate of interest. You should have a mobile banking and so on. Okay. So now, apart from it, added facilities that SBI will be. So when I call this, I'll be calling it as, how do I call? S dot, what is it? Mobile banking for SBI. Okay. And for ICICI, I'll have I dot mobile banking. Okay. Okay. So now it has come. Okay. Understood this much. Now see here. Okay. So now see here, these are explained in the respective classes. Can SBI have its own method? Yeah, definitely. So I can have void add-ons. Okay, I can have an add-ons for SBI. Okay, so SBI can have its own add-ons. So what it can say that it has a locker facility. Okay, so it says that it has a locker facility. Then you can say that it has a pension scheme. Okay, something whichever is different, it can say. Okay, it can say. And ICICI, should it have this add-ons? Not necessary. It can have something else. Here it can say void, it can say customer care. Okay, customer care is there. Okay, it can have its own methods inside. So I can say that customer care, how it is there, it is, we have a special customer care. customer care of visiting the customer during loan or something to help the customer. Okay, I can say it is what it is its own things. So now when I say about when we look into the program, I can call it by S dot add-ons of SBI. Okay, and I can also have I dot for what did we have? We have customer care. Okay, so it is there. So what I am trying to tell is, see here, I will just copy this and put it in another file so that you can understand what happens there. So see here, I will just show you in this slide. Okay. So, okay, let's see this program in our, okay. So